Hello, hello. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. So today I have a quick showcase of the build I've been working on past, like a week now at this point. And I mentioned in the at the start of the Freesia League that this is going to be my endgame build, my endgame project, and there it is. Besides this build, I really want to make another one, like one more build, which is going to be a behemoth. I really want to make a behemoth work, and we'll see what we can do. But for now, we're going to talk about this one. It's going to be like a quick showcase. It's not going to be a build guide yet because there's still some stuff I need to do. But this is just going to be an overall showcase and what the build can do. All right, so this is a tri-stat stacking aristocrat. The reason why some of my stats are a little bit low right now is because I still am working on build on items. For example, this helical ring needs to be absolutely exchanged very soon. Once I get enough currency, but I'm going to talk about it in a few seconds. Yeah, tri-stat stacking aristocrat with additional amount of armor and Aegis Aurora. So what we basically do is we stats, right? We stat some intelligence, some strength, some dexterity to utilize this passive over here, which right now gives us 735% increased damage. It's going to be with fully fledged out build with close to perfect gear. This is going to be about 1,000. We get additional 200% almost from attribute mastery, so that covers the percent damage that we need to get from the build. And for the flat, we're using, since we're stacking stats and we're getting decent amount of strength, we are using Replica Albert Warpath with Paradoxica. Paradoxica will double the damage that we do, and Replica Albert Warpath will give us 1 to 80 chaos damage to attacks per 80 strength. That means that we're basically, thanks to Paradoxica, we're getting 2 to 160 chaos damage to attacks per 80 strength. That is a lot, especially that there is a very easy way to utilize Wither with this jewel over here, a balance of terror, like every 10 seconds where you're fighting enemies that are tanky enough for you to even use that. You use despair manually, and then your molten strike will, with all the balls that you have, you will pretty much instantly get enemies to the state where they have 50 wither debuff stacks. So this will almost double the damage that enemies will take, and the damage is looking unimpressive here with Nimbus. This is really good damage. This is enough damage because we have 9 projectiles, 11 with Dying Sun, and we also use Awakened Ancestral Call. This is really enough damage to put Uber bosses down very quickly. That is even enough for you to do 100% Delirious Feared Valdo maps, which I did before Deathless with this build, and yeah. The tankiness, that's when it comes to damage. The tankiness, we're getting Melding of the Flesh over here. That will give us 90 all rest thanks to the flask and also Aegis Aurora. Aegis Aurora at the same time gives us 5% maximum cold resistance, which makes it easier to get to 90 all rest. On top of that, I am using Grand Spectrums, which give me minimum endurance and frenzy charges. So I don't need to worry about frenzy charge generation. I don't need to worry about endurance charges. I'm only level 98, so the next level is going to I'm going to put points into this endurance charge, and then once I get enough money for spell suppression, I'm going to drop these 2 points and get another endurance charge over here. So compared to the endgame version, we're going to have additional 2 endurance charges, which is a lot of damage reduction. On top of that, I'm going to keep on investing into more strength wherever I can. One example is like getting way better helical ring that's mirrored. And then that will give me additional damage reduction thanks to the implicit on my armor. Another thing I could do, for example, is exchange this Eyes of the Grateful for a very good Simplex Amulet, which is going to be better. So as you can see, there are many upgrades I could still make. When it comes to defensive flares, one more thing. We're using Aegis obviously with 65, 60%. You can make it 65, 65 if you want, but I figured that, the 60 works perfectly fine. So basically, the situation is that every time you block, you get back 6,000 energy shield, and since we have such massive, insane defensive flares, like massive amount of 90 all res is a massive amount of damage reduction. 4 endurance charges is going to be 6 in the future. That's another like damage reduction. Then we have a lot of armor. That's physical damage basically does nothing to us. Then we have spell suppression. All that damage reduction basically means that this 10,000 ES is just way more than enough to like tank. As I mentioned before, I did 100% Delirious, Feared, Ghosted, Valdo map, and I did it deathless. They just couldn't kill me. Even that Siri couldn't kill me. So I'm going to showcase real fast what this build is capable of. I've been sitting in this map for like 10 minutes. I think it's time to finish it because I don't want a situation where, for example, I don't know, the instance is there's going to be a problem with servers and I'm going to lose this 3 passive voices I found 10 minutes ago. So let's just finish it up. I'm going to show you how much damage we have. Damage is, as you can see, assuming that I don't even have like rank 5 gems, right? Still. This is level 2, this is level 3, this is level 2. Awakened multi-strike support will definitely add additional, I don't know, 50% more damage as well. So there is still damage to be had, especially from the better helical ring that's going to be like mirrored, right? I'm using this ring right now because I need resistances, but there for sure I can find something better, especially on a tri-stacking build. So damage is still going to be way higher, and this is Simulacrum wave 15 with some like modest modifiers, like more monster life, more monster damage, onslaught, extra cold, impale, cold penetration. So my max res doesn't even work that well here. But as you can see, the damage is no problem. Every time you want to get yourself more damage, you just pop your curse, and for 10 seconds you apply Wither on every single hit. So basically, yeah, that's how the build functions. That's how it works. Another voices or something? No, unfortunately, unlucky. But that's how the build functions. This is not going to be like full build guide. I just want to showcase real fast because once again, number 1, the build is not like fully ready. Number 2, I need more footage. I definitely want to record like 100% the Delirious Ghosted Fear Valdo map to show you guys how tanky this build really can get. And then we're going to make a full build guide in 2 days, 30-40 minutes explaining everything. But realistically speaking, if you're at this point, I understand that if you're at this point, majority of players just literally need to click the POB and that's it. They're done and they will get to everything. That being said, if there is some people that you want full build guide, then I'm just going to give it to you guys, because I don't know, I like explaining stuff in Path of Exile, so I'm just going to make it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Build guide in 2 days. If you're gonna have any questions about this one, let me know down in the comments. I do believe that you should be able to build this character rather. It's not super cheap, but with how much currency we can make in Free Shell League in this event, I think that it's like achievable for everyone to get to the enough currency to get this build. As far as expensive builds go, this one is really cheap. Like I've seen some 5-10 mirror builds. Of course, that's a stretch, but this build, all the gear that I have, everything combined, is not even worth 1 mirror. So it's probably around 300 divs or something like that. So it's at this point in the event, it's like nothing too crazy. If you want to build something like that, I think it should be possible. All right, thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.